Welcome to the house with no name. We're Amy and Kieran.
We've just bought this abandoned house in Central Portugal that needs a lot of work. It also comes with some forest. We have no previous experience renovating houses, but we're planning to do all the work ourselves. We love a challenge, and this is going to be a big one. This is also our first home, so follow along as we document everything we're doing in our house with no name in Central Portugal.
Now we are painting.
Big painting day.
Yes,
What
so we're going to do the third coat of primer in the bedroom. It's looking much less patchy now. It is obviously uneven, but there's not much we can do about that. So it's now all looking one colour. Then we'll redo the edges in there on the bottom just to even them out a bit. And then we'll do the first coat of primer on the second bedroom. And then we might do the hall with the first coat of primer. We cleaned all the mould off of that yesterday. So it already looks like it's been redecorated because there's not just a black grey layer everywhere. And then if we've got time, we'll start cleaning what will become the kitchen so we can paint it tomorrow. Lots of white paint in our future today.
Light, or like bright painting. Yeah, it's not bright enough.
Clean.
Which side is that tape on it? No, that's it. What have you just done, Chief?
Painted a whole room.
Whole room.
I did all the walls and you did the ceiling. The ceiling's hard.
The ceiling is hard. So we've done the whole second room.
Yep. Now, snack time. Pew pew.
Then
And then do the third and final coat of primer in the first room. And then it's probably not going to be enough light today to do the hall. We might be able to clean the kitchen.
maybe we'll do that.
Don't need that much light to clean.
No, that's
right?
true.
We'll see. Paint. More paint. More paint.
We are done for today. Tomorrow we've got to hang around for a lot of the day because our stuff is actually being delivered.
Fingers crossed.
Not to here, to where we're staying, because here doesn't have an address, so we couldn't deliver stuff to here. Which is why it's the house with no name.
Look at this view.
So yeah, we're going to go and eat. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what we'll be doing tomorrow. It all depends on when our stuff gets delivered.
Probably painting, because we're always painting.
Plan today, Chief.
Paint, but we don't actually have very much white paint left.
We've pretty much emptied this first entire bucket, so
15 litres down.
yeah, we'll have to go.
3, 4, 5 coats of paint on that.
So we will definitely run out, but what we're going to do then is switch over to the blue, which is the colour we're going to do in the first bedroom, because that's been primed enough, and we're going to paint in there, and then we'll kind of figure out.
Clean the kitchen.
Clean the kitchen, get that ready to be painted. So that's the plan today.
Then go buy some more paint.
Then we need to go buy some more paint tonight.
We are gonna make this room blue.
This one.
This one.
So this room's had 3 coats of primer.
I think this wall's had 4.
That wall might have had 4. I don't know, it doesn't show up that well on camera, but there is a lot of marks.
It's super bumpy.
Yeah,
like the potholes of Edinburgh.
From the old paint that was really thick. So we're kind of hoping that the blue's just going to go on and infill a lot of it, because we didn't scrape all of the paint off. We scraped off what
would come off.
Also a disaster with the camera today, because we've left his SD card where was then. So
the other one's basically full.
And the other one's full already. Yeah. So blue paint. Alright, see what he looks like again. Paint him on.
Try and blow this first.
Ooh.
Shut up, I knew you were going to do that. What do we think? It's quite nice.
It's actually quite nice, yeah. I quite like it.
I was scared it was going to be like more bright blue than that, so...
No, that's nice. That's good. Alright, let's paint him. Done today, Chief?
Done.
Very blue.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. I know, I'm really close.
Yeah. Now we just need to decide if we paint the ceiling blue. I kind of think maybe we do.
Maybe. Might make the room look bigger.
Yeah. But I've never painted the ceiling a colour other than white, so it seems strange.
What will become our kitchen here is also clean, ready to go for painting tomorrow, hopefully. Plan is we need to get more primer first because we've run out. Then we've already got the colour for in here. We've already got the green colour that we're gonna have. See you tomorrow.
Bye! Long list of things to do today, mostly painting. We've got the ceiling to paint blue because we put it to a vote and we've decided that's what won because we decided that's what we wanted to do.
That is what won.
That is what won.
That is what won.
Yeah, really curious to see if it does make the room look bigger. Never done it before.
No, we've never done that.
See what happens. And then the second bedroom, we're going to do another coat of white. And then we're going to move all of the boxes that arrived yesterday from in the kitchen to the bedroom, and I'm gonna fill up a little gap beside the window.
Oh, so you're doing first now?
Hmm?
That's what you're doing first?
Yeah.
Come on then. It's a big hole to fill.
It is quite large. Better leave enough paint so that this can be beautiful and blue again.
Very delicate skills in using them.
I was an artist, you know.
We've been to the town hall this morning to get the water contract set up because there's no meter in the water inlet box. What do we call it? There's no meter anyway. There's no water meter because it's been off. So they take the meters out because it's been off for like 20 years.
Yeah.
We did that this morning, like
An hour ago? Hour and a half ago?
about 2 hours ago. We were there. About 2 hours ago, and the guys just turned up to put the water meter in.
And then we went to get set up for the electricity yesterday.
Yeah.
And And they're coming on Monday
So yeah,
morning.
they're very efficient and fast at doing things.
It's very surprising.
It's amazing, unbelievable. Hopefully we might have some water maybe sometime soon.
I'm scared of how gross the pipes are going to be.
We'll flush them out.
Kieran may need to go back to the DIY shop to get a tap. So the water just got turned on and the previous owners took the tap cover and it just started spraying out of here everywhere. But we have water. Yay!
We have water. It's currently like I just saw. Did you film that?
Yeah.
There's water kind of spilling out because there's a tap missing. They must have taken the tap out, or it wasn't there when we came. I don't know.
No idea.
But the guys set up, put the meter in. There was no meter. It was kind of like the connection was. There was nothing there. It's coming up. Actually got some water. You just put this in.
Oh yeah, none of this was here yesterday.
Yeah, none of this was here, so we have a water meter now.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And we're green mold.
Yeah, and some mould in there, that's fine. That's not in the house. So yeah, just turn this and then water comes out. It spills, so we have to go and put a tap in, so we can't put it on yet. But yeah, it's kind of done. We've got water. But like, we literally went there this morning.
Yeah, 2 hours.
I don't know if the lawyer had spoken to the municipality beforehand to say that we didn't have a water meter and that we needed one put in. So that was done technically before we went to the, before we actually went to the, to sign the contract for it. So it's happened a bit quicker, but unbelievably fast. We were literally there 2 hours ago. They come and put the water meter in.
Happy days.
2 business hours to do a bit of work. It's unbelievable. That's actually unbelievable. It's so cool. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Also, this is what the kind of front side of our house looks like. We've not actually shown
this, yeah.
around here. And this is our neighbours.
That's
No one
also-
lives there, which is very abandoned.
Yeah.
And this is ours. And then our other neighbour,
Our other neighbour.
who very much does not live here.
Yeah.
It's all kind of boarded. And there's a tree growing out of their house, kind of into our house. And then this little guy has a little allotment. And then
We still haven't met him yet.
no. And then all of these we think are pretty much abandoned. And then if you can see the little green house just down there.
Someone definitely lives at that
Someone
one.
lives there. So it looks like they've just done that up, so we might need to go and get ideas from them. But yeah, our little street.
You've come dressed as the room.
I have.
Right. Let's go on.
And I told me.
So after putting out the vote, we decided to just go for the blue ceiling.
Yeah. We got some good messages from people of whether they've got it in their house or they've done it before.
Yeah.
So generally anyone that had it liked it. So took away some of the fear of doing something a bit different.
And it actually does kind of...
It looks cool. It like finishes the room.
Yeah, it looks a bit more finished. It's also kind of hard to tell today because today's particularly dark outside.
Yeah, it's quite great.
It's really great. So like it made it look darker in here anyway.
Camouflage.
Blend into the wall. So yeah, we're going for it. We're going for the blue ceiling. I think it looks pretty good. There's a good chance once this dries, we might need to do another coat on the ceiling of the blue because we didn't have loads of paint.
Like this bit almost didn't have enough.
Yeah.
So we painted it onto the roller. So we showed you last week what the things are in their current state. We're going to talk you through kind of what things are going to become, at least in phase 1. If we know what they're going to be in later phases, we'll share it. But just now we're just kind of getting things into a livable state, and we've got big ideas for what everything else will become. So the bathroom, very first phase was reducing the living ceiling. So for the bathroom, we're going to rip out the current shower tray because it's teensy, and we're going to put in a bigger one that kind of covers the whole width of this area and comes out a little bit deeper. So because this is going to be kind of a 2-year bathroom until we can get one inside or get things to where we want them to be. So this will be a little bit deeper. We're planning on putting tiles all the way around here. Good luck to us with learning how to tile in a week or two. This will all be painted, and then we're going to take out the bidet just to get a little bit more space in here, put some shelves up, that kind of thing. Out here we're going to clean all of this, put some waterproof paint onto it, and yeah, probably knock down some of the oven on the other side.
So you can see on this side, this is a fire oven, a wood-fired oven basically. It connects through into what was the original kitchen, but we're also getting some problems in this corner here because the bathroom kind of extends into the side of this bit of the house. It's really damp in that corner, so where the majority of the thick mould was. So obviously that wall is just not really drying out. You can also kind of see
there's a little gap in there where water is presumably getting in.
Yeah, and the bricks aren't really rendered, so we're going to knock this out because it's broken anyway. So we're going to knock this out. Hopefully it'll expose that corner of the wall, which you would probably have to render.
Yeah.
But at least it'll allow that area to dry a bit better rather than it being kind of soaked in, because the roof on this section is also just really old and broken. Yeah. So all of this is going to come out.
In the old part of the kitchen, we are basically going to use this as kind of more of a cleaning room for the sink, for the fridge, because it's not super usable, because this is super low. So this one we're either going to try and lift if we can, or probably take it out and then open this out to be doors. At the moment it's just quite a low position, so it's not I mean, for me it's to eyebrow. For Kieran, do you want to jump in and show it, like take out your whole face?
Well, it's a bit low, so it means it's not very usable in the way that it currently is.
Yeah, so this one will kind of, we had thought about taking this wall out so that we can make it one big kitchen, which will be kind of later phase of the plan.
Phase 12.
Phase 12 of the plan. But because this opening goes out to the old stone fire that we showed you at the back, we don't really want to have all of the airflow coming in, or if there's a big hole in the side of the building, just kind of it makes it, we've not got any heating, so we don't want to make it any colder, any wetter than it needs to be. So for now, we'll kind of use this room for washing, storing food, and not too much else. The short term plan is we'll have a fridge, so chill out over here, and then the sink will go in here, because we've already got all of the water pipes and things, so we're going to lift this up, because also our counter to be kind of my mid-thigh is a little bit low, and I don't want to be doing dishes down here, so we're going to lift it up and put a new tap in, and then from here the boiler will go back in over here. So this will be a very functional space for our first project. So the temporary kitchen will be in here, so as you can see, we start painting. So in here, we're just debating exactly the layout, but we'll have kind of a corner counter in here, which will have our hob, so we'll just get kind of a hob to go to build into the counter. Shelving will all go in here, and then on this side, we're debating either having a single counter that will come out like a little mini island.
It'll come out way further. It'll come out to like, so it'll come out to, step over again, to like there.
Jesus!
Yeah, so it'll either be to there, so you can actually get either side of it, or it'll be like L shaped in that corner.
Right.
We'll put your floor plan drawings in there, because they were very good and to scale.
It's great fun. In my mind, before we got here, this room was bigger than it is. So being able to fit a little bit too small to do that. So we're just working out the best layout for that. But yeah, as I said, in future, kind of when we get to version 12 of the house, this wall will be knocked through. We may have the extraction still there but higher, or take that out and put some windows or doors in that lead out to the garden, which I think is probably more likely. We also have the pantry in here.
It's currently a tool store.
Everywhere's a tool store at the moment. So this will end up with kind of an L shape or U-shaped shelving system.
To store all the food.
So much food. Yeah. We're having a debate at the moment. Kieran thinks we should take this door off. I think that we should paint these doors green, the same as the rest of the room. So if you have any opinions, chuck them in the comments. We'll probably paint it by the time this goes out. But we never know. Then hall. There's just a whole little stained put a light in. Bedroom will pretty much just be like this, to be honest. There's not any grand plans for this room. We'll put a built-in wardrobe in here. All of our boxes are built-in wardrobe in here, kind of some kind of shelving and rail, like bag and things we don't really use, storage at the top. So that'll be a fun project. We're going to build our own bed.
Rustic bed.
Which is going to go in here. So we ordered all of this stuff last night. So all of it is unplaned, needs a lot of attention, like everything else in our life. Form wood. So that should arrive on midweek next week for us to start building a bed.
Might work, it might not.
We'll find out soon enough. And then I've been looking at car boot sales to try and find some form of old chest of drawers to restore. So then we've kind of got all the furniture. Been debating putting in like a little mini shelf with any spare wood that's around. So yeah, just try and reuse and recycle anything that we can, use old things and restore stuff. So that is kind of the grand plan for in here. Is the second bedroom. So first phase in here, it will be my office, and probably kind of podcast recording when we can make it a bit less echoey. And then from there it will become our spare room for anyone that comes to stay. So if project build a bed in that room goes well, we'll build a bed in here as well. If it doesn't, we will buy a bed. Or change the plan and go for a totally different model. But that will be the plan for in here. Much later phase will hopefully be to put a bathroom in here. So we'll kind of put, I guess, from like here.
Roughly, yeah.
Right the way across, we'll put a wall up and then change the entrance, so rather than it be here, you'll come into the room here and then here.
There'll be an indoor bathroom.
There'll be an indoor bathroom.
Rather than the outdoor bathroom.
Yeah. So we don't have to go out and unlock the bathroom in the middle of the night to be able to go for a pee. So yeah, that's the plan, kind of the next multiple phases in this room. We'll go back outside and take you to the next project that we're going to be working on. So this one is our biggest, probably biggest project.
It's the one that's kind of going to be the most bare bones to start with, and like a full...
Biggest overhaul of the space, and kind of, we've got just a shell.
Yeah.
A slightly broken shell, like as you can see the floorboards are broken there, the ceilings, the roof is broken over here. You know, we don't have any windows, there's just shutters. So this one we're gonna completely transform and have a big learning project to make this a rental property of some kind. Kind of people come on holiday, you're welcome to come and pay to stay here. So this one, we're obviously going to need to redo the roof. We're going to need to redo the floors. There is a concrete beam basically right under me just now. So we want to do it so when we relay the floors, this will be like a half mezzanine. So there's just a bed up here. And then down the stairs, we'll have our kind of kitchen, living, bathroom underneath. Build our own staircase. All this fun stuff. So
we don't have a floor plan for this one yet. We
No, we need to measure this one.
We haven't got that far. We've only just done the floor plan for the inside.
Yeah, I'm scared to see, like, if the angles of things in the house
Ropey.
were off, I dread to think, like, this isn't square. It's going to look really cool when it's done, but it'll look like more of a shell before then. This will be the lovely view, which is pretty amazing. See our neighbours at the bottom of the street. The only house that's lived in. Then just imagine you wake up from your bed here, and then you'll get up, and these will hopefully be big glass doors. There won't be a hole in the floor. And then you walk out, and you'll sit and have your cup of coffee on the terrace. It's going to be great. In the sun, looking at the trees. I'm excited.
One day.
One day. A long way from now.
The earliest it's likely to start is going to be summer.
April? Summer?
Yeah, it's going to be coming into summer next year because we have got to replace the whole roof because the beams are not in amazing shape, so we will have to replace them all. The tiles might be salvageable, easy for me to say. Might be salvageable, so we can salvage the tiles and some of the spares that we've got to be able to put the roof back on. But the beams and stuff will definitely need to come out.
Replace them.
And obviously taking a roof off in winter when it rains, granted it doesn't rain as much in the UK, but taking a roof off in winter is...
But they've got some heavy rain we've experienced
Yeah.
here in winter, so...
Yeah.
So we'll go down to the downstairs of the rental.
These very nice doors here do open onto the street.
Yeah.
We might probably refurbish these because they're actually quite cool.
Look at this little letterbox.
There's a little letterbox as well. It actually
So
quite...
if you send us mail,
It'll come in there. Wow.
but only if 5 people send us mail at once, otherwise we're too remote that the postman...
Doesn't come for like a single letter.
Yeah, so this is going to be the downstairs of the rental.
As you can see, it's quite dark in its current configuration.
But yeah, down here will be...
There's also dirt floor.
But yeah, so down here will become kind of kitchen, might go here. We've not got necessarily real plans. We've seen a lot of stuff on Pinterest of like ways it could look. So like kitchen being set into this, maybe the bathroom there, and then a big open living dining that then looks up to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Up on the top. So kind of if it were to stop here, and then all this is open.
Because hopefully that'll lighten it up quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because the window...
Each of these windows can then...
And the one upstairs as well. Hopefully it'll kind of flood a lot more light, especially even down into this section. Hopefully. I mean, even opening this is going to open way more light.
Quite a lot, yeah, that's the plan in here. From there, there's 2 projects that will happen before the rental that we can't decide which one takes higher priority. So I'll show you what will become our gym first, and then the other. So this will be the gym. First bit will be waterproofing the terrace above us, because as you can see, kind of a lot of water is pouring through, just because we're in the rainier part of the year, which is making all of the ground really wet. So we'll be waterproofing all of that to try and seal it a bit. And then from there, we're going to be knocking out each of these walls that would have previously been used for storing animals. I don't know.
Probably pigs.
Yeah, probably.
They look like pig stalls.
So we've got 1 on this side and then 2 on this side. Yeah, plan will be to knock out these walls, dig down a little bit
so you can get a bit more height,
so that I can confidently get a barbell above my head, and then decide what to do with this wall. We might take that out,
probably take the front one
and then put some kind of sliding shutter so that then opens out into the courtyard. Gym will open out into this courtyard, so there may well be some form of outside break if this wall is strong enough to hold it. We'll see. All of the kind of all of the roofing here will get taken out. Some of the screws are a bit loose, so when it's windy, it rattles. So when we actually have moved in here, we might not want to hear it when it's a windy day. So this, we might put in some kind of roller, something, so we can either have it open to the sun or have it covered up. And then this be cleared as a baseline. Not entirely sure. Next steps, maybe like an outdoor shower. So many possibilities. We've also found like a little, I don't know, chicken coop.
Yeah.
Maybe, which we could turn into like a little barbecue space or something. For now, we'll just clear it and then work out kind of what this space gets used for from there. We've got these 2 stores. This one in here, first phase, will just be fixing some of the brickwork.
Yeah.
Beyond that, we've not really got any huge plans
Can't actually see anything.
for what this will be used for. It's kind of too dark to be able to see in it yet to get an idea. I mean, store like the lawnmower and things, and the trimmer,
Yeah.
big tools. Store all of the bricks that are randomly lying around. Yeah, that one's kind of doesn't have a grand plan yet. This one might also be too dark to see in. So this had previously been the adega. So when we can get more light in here, because at the back there's an opening about this size.
Tiny window.
It's very small. There is light, like the electric goes in here, so lights would be able to go on in here. So we'll be able to get a better idea of it once we've got electric. But this may become kind of a workshop to be able to build stuff and all that kind of fun thing. But
Hopefully brighten up a bit.
yeah, hopefully. So you haven't actually seen this bit of the house yet because we couldn't get in when we gave the first tour. And I'll be honest, we have no plans for what any of this is going to look like. So I'll just show you what it looks
We
like.
don't have any short term.
No. Kind of once we get a feel for how the house works and how we work in it, we'll then start to piece together kind of how it gets used. There's one idea, so this is kind of the main room of it. All of this has woodworm, so probably all of this will get ripped out.
All the walls.
Floorboards,
All the floor.
doors, walls, ceiling.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can see underneath like the beams look fairly good and big chunky wood.
Hefty.
Yeah. Up here we thought we could just treat it, but actually some of the holes are just so big that we'd have to plane it down so much that it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
So in here we thought this might be kind of living room, could pull out a bed when people come and stay if we've got more than one person staying, and then podcast studio in here so we can get back into podcasting.
Do you know?
Function.
I just thought about this.
Walk-in wardrobe.
Office.
Yeah, well, we kind of said this one.
Well, we said this one, but it doesn't really
that
make
little
sense.
window just kind of awkward.
So yeah, if you look in here, go to look in.
This had been a bedroom.
So it literally just had a bed in.
The bed came right up to the end here
Yeah.
and to the edge of the door here. So the whole thing was just a bed.
Yeah.
This funny little window.
So original plan was this room would be a second office. Your office would be through there. We'll go through that in a second. But maybe it makes more sense for that one to be the office because it actually does have a window that looks out and it's got some brightness. This is probably not an immensely high on the list.
And then the last part of the old house. This is currently the home to wasp nests and lizards. And when I opened this window came whoosh, and then through that little gap. And I got a fright of my life after a ninja moved through this window. So the idea was this would become my office. At the moment, we're just trying to work out exactly how you'd kind of design it. So many options. But just with having the window on each side, it's a little bit awkward. So we're just trying to work that one out. But yeah, this will be home of the Empire Project. So excited. So I mentioned that there were 2 projects. We couldn't decide which one to do first. I've shown you the gym already. The other one is the garden kitchen. This is in here. This wall has 0 structural requirement.
Yeah, it's not a structural at all.
So first part will be knocking this bad boy down.
Yeah.
And then you can see all of this amazing view. We're kind of deciding whether we keep this wall over to the allotment. We probably will.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
We'll wait and see. So all of the light that comes into the underground workshop, this is it. So we can't cover this up. We might need to see if we can open it up a bit. And then even just with that wall not being there anymore, more light should theoretically come through to light up that room a bit more. So in here we've got many ideas and many a grand plan.
Yeah.
A bench in here, I think we'll probably make like a concrete bench to cover up some of the ragged rock at the bottom. And then we're going to put in counters, sinks, put like a barbecue into part of it. Kieran has extensively researched how to build a smoker so that we can smoke some meat. Big table. But the first bit will be taking out this wall and digging down a bit so that, like many other parts of this house, we can get a bit more height. Can you imagine? There's going to be our little vegetable patch is going to be on this side of the wall. So I come out to my herb garden, get my tomatoes, all of the random things, and I just go down this step and come into my kitchen. How fresh can my produce possibly be? I'm so excited. We've got a pretty massive garden to maintain and forest. This whole section from the wall here down to where the neighbour has been growing things kind of is a huge allotment space that we can start putting some vegetables in. So the idea is that we'd start with this bit and kind of get rid of all the crap and start to grow some veggies here. And then rather than put a wall or a fence or anything up between us and the neighbours, kind of build veg beds all the way down the hill. So I've been extensively researching Pinterest and Instagram with all of the ideas of ways to do like arches of tomatoes and pumpkins and all sorts. So I'm buzzing. I can't wait. One day we might have chickens. I've had a lot of suggestions for goats and pigs, but one step at a time. Yeah. So this is the neighbour's house, which you can very much see nobody lives there. There's a lot of just stuff growing out the top of it, on the sides of it, but obviously there's a bit of a concern just with a lot of it that grows out and is starting to grow up ours. It's kind of, that's the old bit of the house in the room that was particularly damp and mouldy, so we just want to try and find out who owns it and try and get in and do something quickly so that it doesn't cause any more damage to ours whilst we've got the chance. We almost forgot these bits because apparently there's a lot of house. So in here we have the tiny store. So where we showed you the pantry up the stairs, it's just up here. And then this is underneath. So there had previously been stairs that went up. For whatever reason they chose to block them off. For us there's kind of a couple of ideas. One would be kind of put a washing machine in here, maybe like a freezer or something, and then we can do washing and just put it out in the line straight out in the garden. The other idea would be to use this as kind of doing seedlings and stuff for the garden, that we'd sow everything in here and then put it out for the veg beds. The other store in here is much bigger. This one basically is underneath the temporary kitchen and the real kitchen, so this gives you an idea of the size that the kitchen will become. This will likely be workshop for the moment, so until we can work out the lighting situation, woodworm situation in the old bit of the house, this will be the workshop. The last little bit of just kind of general land maintenance, I suppose, is kind of the car park driveway. So we shared this with this very abandoned house and the guys that own the olive groves here, so they've been up a couple of times whilst we've been here. So really just trying to clear out some of the stuff, because actually you could probably fit like 6 cars in here, but currently you can fit like 3.
Just because there's so much stuff.
There's
in this
just so
corner,
much
yeah.
stuff. Just trying to kind of cut it all back, get rid of all the dead bits, and then we'll work out whether we just maintain by cutting it regularly, putting gravel down, something with this area just so it's a bit more usable. Thanks for coming on our little house tour that turned out to be quite a big, very extensive house tour. Please do follow along, like, subscribe, so that we can keep updating you on what on earth we're going to do with this place in the next 2 to 20 years.